is a little short hair
How's the ambiance?
is a little short.
How's the ambiance I got here? Shut up, Frozen Ruins. Nobody asked you. Alrighty. So I'm gonna take your mics live and take the screen live, and everybody should be able to hear us all now. Let me check my mics because my mic was muted for like the last 30 minutes of the of the last session, so I'm making sure it's not muted this time. Hello, everybody.
Womp womp.
Welcome to the 5e and D&D campaign, The Forsaken Fogs, a survival horror question mark. More, I guess, gross campaign than horror. Um, Today, I am joined by 3 returning players and 1 new player. I'm going to have them introduce who they're playing today, starting in the order I can see them on the overlay. Um, who put that? Oh, God damn it. Saphir, stop trolling me. Speaking of which, Saphir, you are the first in the overlay. While I'm fixing your overlay card, go ahead and give us an introduction to who you're playing today and, what they're looking to get out of this expedition today.
Saphir is a little short hair and gone rabbit boy, the shield and sword, and a propensity for magic. And he's looking to absolutely brutalize some troglodytes today, and maybe make some friends with some kobolds. Can any of us speak Draconic?
Yes.
Oh, thank fuck. But yeah, that's the plan. And he talks like this.
Yeah, like Bugs Bunny.
Oh no.
Yeah, something like that.
Kind of weird, but it's fine. Sophia, hopefully you will find the same, because you guys had some pretty decent success during your last expedition. Hopefully you guys will find similar success this time around. Thanks for joining us again, Mr. Sophia.
No problem.
Next up is going to be another returning player coming back for their second session, Mr. Tanner. Nobody calls you
Yeah,
Tark,
fuck
right?
you. Stop calling me Tanner.
Wait, this is Tanner on the card. Is that not?
What?
Is it Tark? I'm sorry. Hold on.
Tark. Call me
Okay.
Tark. I
Well-
gave up that other name.
While I'm
Fuck that other name.
While I'm fixing it, can you give us a short introduction to who you're playing today, and what their motivation is for going out there? Because I don't know how Tark's background is, but it's probably going to be a lot of war today, I assume.
Yeah, so Tark is a war cleric.
Holy shit.
He is basically a huge dwarf fanboy and hella cringe. And yeah, he's going out there as a member of the Dwarven War Faith. They are sworn to protect travelers going through dangerous areas. So yeah, he's just continuing with his faith.
Awesome. There are no dwarves in the party today. How does that make you feel?
Well, that just means they need all the more protection.
That's true. Yeah. I'm trying to erase those last few letters so I can replace it with a K. Give me a second. It's not going well. Okay, Tark. Hopefully, I can fix your name in the overlay before anybody gets to see your shame. But thanks for joining us today, Mr. Tark. Next is going to be Mr. Jacob. I believe you're returning for. Is this your fourth session, Mr. Jacob?
Third.
Third. Oh, I gotcha. Give us a short introduction to who you're playing today, Jacob, and their motivations for going out today. I believe your PC has some prior engagement with those troglodyte folk.
He does indeed. Jacob is a young human paladin warlock. He first went out and was revived by a channeled fog spell, which gave him a connection to a darker set of magic than his original paladin stuff. And then on his second foray out, he encountered a roving band of troglodytes, and it did not go well. So he is looking for a little bit of revenge. You could say an oath of vengeance, maybe, coming up. And yeah, he's looking to cleanse the land of the evil creatures.
Here's a little bit of information for you, Jacob. And I want you to note this on your character sheet somewhere. When you sort of like became fog touched, in a sense, you became a hexblade, didn't you?
Yes.
For a patron that I believe you said is related to the fog.
Well, I'm kind of role playing it as like the fog is the patron,
Mm-hmm.
like the power is channeled through the fog.
The issue is there's something going on in the background that I'm not sure your character would be super aware of. I think you being able to have a patron of the fog is fine, but it's actually, I want you to notate on your character sheet two entities. I want you to notate the Wild Mother and the Night Father on your character sheet. And as your character goes on and does deeds, we're going to talk more about those two influences, because when you go to sleep at night, after sort of becoming like a patron of the fog itself, your sleep is not very restful. You kind of feel like you did whenever you were first knocked unconscious and under the influence of the fogs, like taking over your unconscious body, attempting to choke the life out of you and fill you with undeath. You felt more than one influence when that happened. And your sleeps feel pretty similar, where you're almost like paralyzed, and you can feel like two like influences. One, neither of them necessarily feel like one is like giving like an overall like essence of like good or evil. They just almost feel like two like forces, almost like pulling you apart. Yeah, your sleep is not well. But like I said, as we go on, as your PC progresses, you will have to choose a side.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, thank you, Mr. Jacob, for playing with us and coming back for the third time. Hopefully, you and Sophia can find more success than you guys did last time, because you got styled upon. You actually did some styling in the end. You did some like Odell Beckham, Usain Bolt like running.
Yeah. After losing to the tent boss twice.
Yeah, them damn tents.
Rough times.
Last but not least, yeah, because I think you had to do acrobatics and you couldn't roll out of it.
Yeah, I got a +4 in acrobatics. And I couldn't get out of the fucking tent.
It's fine. Just don't roll another acrobatics this session. Last but not least, is going to be our new player, Mr. Boron. Give us a short introduction to who you're playing today. Like their background and everything, so everybody can become familiar with your PC. And then tell me what motivates them to leave the safety of the vault today.
Absolutely. Hey guys, I'll be playing Boro, the Goblin Barbarian. One might ask, how did a barbarian get inside, this lovely safe haven? What happened is I'll tell you, but you're not going to be happy. This dwarven silly cleric, right? Boro was, hooded, and he's a small creature because he's a goblin. He was stealing food, and everybody was running to the safe haven. The fog is coming, we need to run. And somebody mistook him for a child, and he just carried him inside there. And there's just a goblin standing in the middle of the room, surrounded by all these humans and elves, and he just has like a poker face there. And he looks at Tark, and he's like, just shrugging, and the door closes, and he's stuck with him inside a keep.
I love it.
So 7 years have passed. Boro has been, bragging around, because it seems to be the only way he's getting attention and the only way he's getting fed. Like, is if he's telling these like crazy stories, and he's been going on about he's been hearing stories about these goblins, and he's a goblin himself, about these troglodytes, about these swamps, and he's like, yeah, I'll be the king. I'll show everyone. I'm gonna go out and prove everyone. So I feel like that's one of the main motivations to go out, because otherwise he's not really gonna get fed.
Mm-hmm. So you almost have like a Vegeta story where you want to become like the king of the monsters.
King of the monsters.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, Boro. Thanks for joining us today, and hopefully your dream can come true, and it won't end up with you on a Giant's plate today or something like that. Who knows?
Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Well, with all the introductions out of the way, we zoom in on this scene of you guys sitting around the well-known room of the vault, known as the War Room. The vault, for the most part, just has like living quarters and eating quarters because it was really supposed to only be like an emergency bunker. It wasn't really meant for like people to live here for like a fucking decade. So there aren't many like luxuries in here. So there's like a reading area, but like you guys have probably read the same books like 5 or 6 times, and there's not like an exercise area. So if you want to do like any push-ups or anything, you have to do it in like the mess hall that's located over here. And I'll give you guys just like a short glimpse of the mess hall, just so everybody can see inside of it. Boop. Hey, look, there's Sin. It's kind of weird. Let me go and hide that again. There we go. And you guys are in one of the rooms that were built for a little bit more strategic purpose, the war room. And at the head of the table, looking over the different notes of the previous expeditions and all the different encounters they ran into, you will see the acting leader of the survivors, Mr. Maxwell. Let me put him here so everybody can get a look at his token. Because he's in the dark like a mob boss right now.
I'm back. I'm back.
Hey, guys, why are you hiding in the dark? I just pull out a 4-foot tusk, put it on the table, and cast light on it.
Okay, I'll give you some light on it. I wanted to look like mob bosses, whatever. I wanted to give you an offer you can't refuse. As you put
Is that a guy from Prince of Persia?
Shut up.
It is. Good eye.
As you guys are sitting down, I don't think it actually is, right? I don't
This
think so.
definitely is.
No,
It definitely
it
is.
looks like it, but I promise you it's not. Okay, it's that this
Yeah, sure.
no copyright infringement. But as you guys sit down and go over the previous expeditions, in particular, they take note of your last 2, Saphir, and your last one, Jacob, about how going to the north seems to be like a risky endeavor because there seems to be more and more troglodyte influence past outside of their home. They seem to almost be making like an incursion closer to the vault itself. As time goes on, they seem to be branching out, which is worrying. Maybe they're declaring war themselves. Who knows? But as you guys look over the research notes and you go over the previous expedition where they ran into like seemed to be a tower of like a well-known mage and smith brothers that live on the outskirts of I believe it's called Latalor, the town to the east. They look at the 4 of you as you get ready to head on your expedition. Maxwell passes out rations to everybody, so if you have less than 10 rations on your sheet, just make sure to notate you have 10 now. Everybody should have 10 rations at the very least.
Sweet.
Just make sure to notate that because that's going to matter for like carry weight. I don't like how close Borrow is here. Let me zoom in. What are you doing here, Michael? What are you doing here?
I feel like, as he's giving the speech, you're going out, he has some rations. I feel like when he starts giving out rations, Boro just like, it's supposed to be only 3 adventurers going out this time, and Boro is just standing in front of him, like, stealing all the rations from him. and that's why he's like, yeah, you're gonna have to go as well. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, you're under punishment. Maxwell gives you like a sort of disgusted look, but he doesn't say anything as you scatter.
I knew that guy was racist.
Shut up. as you scatter the room. But
As he's giving out the rations away, and I see that he has this disgusted look, I'll on purpose, when taking the rations from him, extend my slimy hand and kind of drag my hand across his as taking the rations.
Give me a second. Let me make a con save. 20 plus 6. I think he is. Yes.
We got a Buckman in our midst.
Okay, so he doesn't immediately like puke or retch. He stands strong. He's
plus 6.
He's pretty tall. He's like like 6 6'4", 6'5". So he's like a pretty rather tall man. He has wearing no armor. He's both pretty well built and pretty slender. At the same time, he has like a shield on his back, and you can see on his chest a necklace of Bahamut, like an olive skinned man. He's like D&D Jesus basically.
Wow.
And he
He is the Prince of Persia.
shut up. He forgives you for your sins, Boro. He gives you like a pat on the head and he's like, "Go on, little goblin child." And he looks at the four of you and say, "Do you have any other questions about your expedition before you head out?" Normally, I would
Nah.
tell you to try to avoid any hostilities, but it looks like the time for peace has passed.
Peace was never an option.
He gives you a nod. He looks to Jacob and Tark, trying to avoid eye contact with Boro.
Boro is his dick size, so it's not really like difficult to do to avoid eye contact, I guess. But
Well, wait. Your PC is small size, right?
yep.
Yeah. So like, as long as he doesn't.
Small brother.
Oh wait.
I'm standing
Superior's
on my
small,
stool, so I'm
too.
eye to eye with.
It's gonna be fucking hilarious if you guys get into like a fight and these two little guys cutting through the enemies. But yeah, he looks at Jacob and Tark. See if you guys have any questions for him.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, where exactly was the Kobold base rumored to be?
They look over the notes that you guys collected from torturing that one troglodyte.
My handiwork.
And they say, well, they never said how far it is away from here. They specifically mentioned that it seemed to be about a day away from their base. They presume they were still looking for it at the time. I hope they haven't got to them.
Oh, if we encounter more, we can always interrogate them.
Mm-hmm. You do what you must. Just tread carefully.
I've got to rip them apart. I swear to God.
Rip and tear. He gives you like the predator handshake. And then if nobody else has any questions, they will just usher you guys out of the room. Oop.
Hey, bossman. I see him probably trying to ignore me, but I'm like, trying to get his attention.
No, Maxwell is pretty kind-hearted. He didn't like the slimy hand, but he looks over at you and puts his hand on your shoulder and say, "What can I do for you, young child?"
My shoulders are even more slimy than my hands. But alright.
His con save makes him withstand your sliminess.
Exactly. Boro is gonna kind of leap on the table a little bit, even though his slimy feet and all. And he's gonna look at the leader and he's gonna say, "Can you speak to the rest of the people, please? The goblins. You've been killing goblins, right?"
Not on purpose.
Can we stop killing goblins? I'm gonna be Goblin King. Watch me. Next time I come back, I go Goblin King. Okay?
He will look at you solemnly and put a hand on your slimy shoulder and say, "I'm sorry, my slippery friend, but I believe the goblins that you knew out there are probably gone."
No matter. I'm still Goblin King. I'll be fine. No worries.
Alrighty, you will be king of a pretty inbred empire, but whatever you want, we will support you.
Say the man in the castle of dust.
Standing on pillars of salt. He will give you a nod. Yeah, that's one thing, Boro. You will notice that amongst the surviving population, let me see if any goblins made it in. Hold on. Oh no.
I don't believe there is, but
yeah, I rolled an 8. I was looking for like a 10 or higher. I think you may have seen a goblin, but it was probably like a goblin grandmother that like died maybe like 5 years back of just old age. So
I'm the only slimy boy.
Yeah, at the moment you are literally the only goblin in the vault, and that you know of. If somebody wants to play a goblin in the future, we might like zap regular human into a goblin for memes.
That's fine.
But I got true polymorphed.
Yeah, like saying. Alrighty, and if you guys have no
Wait.
other questions, they will usher you up the room.
Why are we bringing a child with us?
Times
fucking
are
go,
rough,
child.
Dad. We gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah,
No child labor laws here.
Maxwell ignored you.
I'm gonna walk up to Tark as he calls me a child, and I'm gonna extend him my slimy hand to take and like lead me as a toddler out of the
Art
of the
definitely
building.
does it. Yeah.
Mm, slimy hand in hand. It's like Annie from League of Legends, but I guess you shoot arrows instead of death. I guess it's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
And let me move you guys downwards. I'll just
Have you
fast forward you guys to the
instead of saying "Have you seen my beard?" Tibber, as I go, "Have you seen my friend Goblin?"
Have you seen my Gobby? Let me reveal the rest bunker so you guys can see what's been going on. Nothing, for the most part. As you guys have been going through
What?
your week in preparation for the oncoming expedition, you have noticed more and more that the magics that protect the citizens from the miasma outside has been failing more. You've been running into more cases of people actually getting sick from the magical failings. Um, more and more people seem to be coming down with some strange, almost like just like almost like a flu, but you can treat the symptoms. But for the most part, they seem to like stay sickly once they become sick. So a pretty decent amount of the population, surviving population, are starting to show effects of exposure to the outside. As you guys pass by, here, here, and here are some sleeping quarters. You guys can hear people in there coughing and hacking up whatever grossness comes out of their lungs whenever they experience the sickness of the miasma. Um, as you guys cross over into the main room, you guys see the many different leaders of the surviving population, the people who are like the most trained in like specialized areas, who've been helping you out, basically honing your skills to be able to go out there and survive. I don't think any of you are druids, so you probably wouldn't have anything to do with these guys, but they would be considered like the vault doctors. So if you have any sickness or anything like that, they would be the ones you would turn to for aid.
Oh, this guy's a
Bandaging
cleric.
wounds. This guy is a druid, and this guy is a cleric. Yeah, so probably Tark may have some conversation with him, I think, but for the most part, he's very standoffish and not a friendly person. He has a turtle though, so that's pretty funny. In addition to that, I believe the majority of you guys have probably had conversation with Albert. He's like the fighter instructor, and I believe all of you guys are, in one way or another, fighters of some sort. So you guys probably have all had
I thought
spars
shit
with
up.
him. Yeah, spars with him. Sophia, as you come down, you see your master sitting here right next to the wilderness expert, who have probably spoken to all four of you and realized none of you are proficient in survival, and shook his head.
I am proficient in survival, but he
Okay.
did not speak to me.
Okay, yeah.
Ducker Z.
He probably on purpose did not speak to the goblin child. As you guys enter, they wait expectantly. You can notice that they're all pretty well geared up, almost as if maybe there's something out there ready to come after you guys. Give me a second. Do some stuff. Let's go. 1, 2,
Ruh-roh.
3. Fuck, I'm trying to. It's not working, kind of.
There looks like there's some adventures even more to the south, like out the door. Is that correct?
Adventurers, Pepe.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
There's nothing on the
Disappeared.
other side of this door. Don't worry about it.
What are you talking about? You did not see the man behind the curtain. Yeah, and she walks up to the door. Whenever she, pretty much what this looks like to you guys in game, it's like just like a wall. There's almost like nothing here. But when she puts her, you can see like maybe like a faint outline of like what looks like maybe like a panel, a large panel on the wall. And when she walks up to the wall, she takes a crystal out of her she's wearing leathers at the moment. Out of her leather shirt, whispers a few words in arcane, and she slams her hand on the wall. And she does that 4 or 5 times, and every time she does it, nothing happens. And you see her sort of hyperventilate a little bit over there, and she looks towards Mr. Maxwell here, the survivor leader, and he gives her like a knowing nod, and you hear him call out, Albert, Otto, I need your help. And you will see the fighter instructor stand up. He's a dwarf, specifically a what do you call those guys? The dark dwarfs. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Durgar or
The
something?
Underdark
Yeah,
dwarves?
Duragar. Yeah, exactly. Duragar with his fiery red.
Oh damn! What's happening?
Jesus.
Oh
Got in a
my
hurricane.
god, Mega!
Hmm?
Your microphone just ripped. I think.
My microphone ripped?
Yeah, that was awful.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I apologize for that. You see them get up. You notice over here, sitting next to him was a dragonborn cleric. She's like 5 feet tall. She's not that big, so she doesn't.
Oh, your mic cut out again.
Your mic's dying, Mega. We can't hear a word.
Hold on, give me a second. Buzz, 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 buzz.
Sounds fine.
Buzz. This works.
Sounds good right now.
Oh man, I just got this new headset. But you guys see this guy lumbering over here, one of the vault doctors, an old, aged man, but he's still pretty tall, about 6'2". Come over here with the rest of them, and you see they move a panel on the wall, and there's like a rather large handle that like several men can grab, and they grab onto it and they heave ho, and they slowly move the wall out of the way. And as soon as they do, you guys feel like a burst of cold air come into the vault. For the most part, the magical protections make it pretty comfortable for you guys. You feel like the temperature just dropped like 10 degrees all of a sudden as they heave it over. And you guys
Chile.
see on the other side of the door, not 3
Fahrenheit or centigrade?
both. You guys see on the
Holy.
other side, you see some like stones and some moss that's writhing a little bit. And you feel that like chilled air. You would have heard that the last expedition that went out, they also experienced some cold weather, but they say it was much colder than it is now, but it's still pretty chilly. As the doors open, Maxwell will gesture to you guys and say, "We don't want to leave the door too open and expose more of that miasma in here. So if you're going to leave now."
Boro
Alright.
is just gonna bolt through the door and take a big huff as if he's taking a hit of a bong of the mist or fog or whatever you call.
He
And
dies
just keep it
instantly.
inside his mouth. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know what, Bora? You're so brave. Go ahead and give me your con save
I'm just imagining Tart just getting like dragged along by his hand.
now. Yeah.
Would I argue for advantage? No, just joking.
Oh, nice. Your mic is
worse.
fucking again.
Yeah. The mic's fucked up, man.
Yeesh.
Oh my god, Jesus.
It's getting
Christ,
worse.
like,
Give me a second.
yeah.
So this is bad.
This is good.
What happened to make it funky? That's so weird.
Check your input. Maybe it's like hanging out a bit.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to do. Give me 1 second, guys.
Is the 14 good or bad?
14 should be good,
I think
unless
it's
it got
10.
worse.
Yeah, unless it gets worse. It's always been 10 before this. Fun fact, I've never actually passed one yet, so
Oh, well.
What
I've never
what
lost one.
You're Fogborn. Boros never failed one either.
This is the fourth session I'm scheduled for. I haven't failed one either.
What happened to your last guy? Wait a minute.
I was scheduled for 3 times in a row and I had to cancel. Jesus Christ.
Oh, right?
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hopefully it doesn't do that scratchy shit. I mean, you can make it now, Tark, but I wasn't gonna make you have to make it until you guys got to the end.
Oh, okay.
But
My
that's
bad.
fine. We will count that as your pass. As you guys make it pass and you step forward a little bit, you guys hear that heave ho behind you again as that entire wall was moved by the strength of like three of the largest men of the survivors. And you hear Maxwell call out, "Good luck!" As the doors close behind you. Who does not have dark vision?
I should have dark vision with my bird.
Yes.
120 feet.
hmm
I do
I
not.
do not. But I
Okay.
do have a tusk that's shining with light.
Yeah, okay. If you have a touch, yeah, you're fine. But anybody who didn't have dark vision, if you did not have light, would be plunged immediately into darkness. Um, who do I want to snare? Okay. Saphir. Give me an acrobatics check
Hell yeah.
as the door closes behind you and you look through the eyes of your owl. Owl? Do you have an owl?
It's a falcon, but it's pretty much an owl. Same stat block.
Yeah. You've forgot. It's been a while since you've been out. This moss is pretty grabby, but you pass anyway. You remind the party that this moss that's covering the ground seems to like wrap around your feet and root you in. So you might not want to stand in one place for too long.
Hot potato.
When are we gonna
Um,
get somebody with a flamethrower to clear this all out?
True.
Good question.
I got burning hands. I could do that right now.
If you want to waste a spell slot on it, go for it.
Mega, just to be, if I remember correctly, a short rest is like what, 5-10 minutes, something like that, right?
10 minutes.
10.
Yeah.
10. Okay.
Before we go any further, I'd like to send my falcon to the edge of the cave and then come back
Sure.
just to scout things out.
Why are you doing this to me?
Why wouldn't I do this? Makes sense. We've been ambushed before.
We will use Jacob as the falcon. Caca!
We use Jacob as a falcon.
Jacob spreads his wings and flies to the front. And as he does, he will see at the edge of the cave, he will actually see what looks like some sort of precipitation, but it seems to be acting kind of strange. I think most of you guys have been out here and experienced the strange weather out here. There seems to be some sort of precipitation falling upwards outside.
True.
Nice try, Jacob.
Yeah, we got Perseus over here.
Alrighty. Who's
Well,
the
at
guy
least-
who's the
Is
guy
everything a Prince of Persia reference here, or
yes, that's the whole campaign. It's literally this is just Prince of Persia, alright? That's literally the campaign.
even the fog is like when the Haka comes, right?
Sorta. Listen, leave me alone, alright? Original storytelling, original
You found the
storytelling.
source.
As you guys make your way down, there's like a steady decline, almost as if you're going in like lower elevation than you were at the front of the cave. There's a pretty steep decline right here, and as you step right there, you notice that in particular in this area, a lot of let me paint it for you. In this area, you notice like a lot of that mossy, like writhing vegetation is like frozen, so it's not really like moving.
Bro.
And as you start exiting the area of the cave, you can feel that the rocks are becoming more slick as almost as if like frozen. And as you hit the mouth of the cave and you guys look outwards, we already had a con save from Mr. Tart and from Mr. Boro. If I could get a con save from Saphir and Jacob.
Oh, look at that.
Saphir is
I mean,
fine.
I'm gonna cast Bless on myself using a Warlock spell slot.
Sure.
God damn.
I am making this goddamn save.
Sure.
Rolling at 1. Giga Chad. Oh, you would have made it anyways.
Yeah, it's fine. Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do in this clown world. As you guys reach the mouth of the cave, and everybody takes a deep breath in, Saphir, you see for the first time. Every time you come out here with Jacob, he collapses immediately after coming out here. He's got like cystic fibrosis or something like that. But this time, He stands strong. All of you
A tear wells up in my eye.
for a split second
It's
feel like you're overwhelmed with like a toxin in the air. Your skin itches, your eyes burn, all your mucous membranes feel like they're on fire. But after
my
about
whole body, right?
yes, your entire body, yeah. Your fingernails feel like they would fall off if they weren't held so tight. But after about a minute or so of hacking and wheezing, you sort of steady yourself. And while none of you have fallen to the most detrimental effects of it and you're able to exist out here, you don't feel well. Like if you were to stay out here for too long, you would be fine. Another phenomenon that happens when you step out of the cave is you see in front of you what looks to be almost like snow flurries, but they almost like you see like the frozen like precipitation sort of like coalesce in midair and like slowly drift upwards. It looks very odd, almost like it's snowing backwards. The air out here is very cold. You can see your breath as you breathe out in front of you. And yeah, you see the strange precipitation in front of you. You notice that a lot of the rocks leading on the path downwards are frozen, as well as there is some accumulation of that frozen precipitation, which has like a very strange, like blue tinge to it.
Mega, as my mucus freezes over, right, and I'm just big walking icicle, does that give me extra AC?
No. I should make you re-roll your goddamn con save, but I'm not gonna do
He had to try.
Nice try, mucus man. But today you will find the true mucus is the muck with those
The
strong
muck.
dice. The muck is coming. But as you guys cross the front of the cave and you begin your expedition, let's go ahead and start with who is going to be our navigator. So I can get that notated.
I believe
The
we
child?
Yeah, this.
So Boro is navigator. I got you.
I feel like Jacob, you know, he sees the child in the party and he's like, I can't fall down, my manhood is on this. He doesn't fall down and he just pushes me in the front to lead the way.
That's pretty smart.
Did we agree that someone was going to assist him on his rolls?
I have a profession in nature, so I can assist.
Oh, gotcha. So we're gonna have Boro as navigator, and then we're gonna have Jacob as his assistant.
And we should probably move at a normal pace.
And Tark will be our watchman. Okay. So first things first. You guys want to? Everybody agrees you want to move at a normal pace.
Sure.
So we're gonna be moving 3 hexes a day. Cool.
I feel like Boro is ecstatic to be out of the cave for the first time in like 10 years as a goblin. He starts running around everywhere, but everyone's going slower, so he like runs 10 feet in the front, 5 feet back, 10 to the front, 5 back.
Yeah, it feels very weird, Boro, when you run out ahead of everybody else into like the precipitation. The snow that you run into, it like burns but freezes at the same time. It feels very like irritant to the skin.
Icy
almost
hot.
like almost like dry ice. Not
Can I
icy.
taste it?
Yes. It tastes like
The color is there
Yellowstone?
blue.
Bora, were you from a town or were you just from like a nomadic group of goblins?
The way I see myself thinking about it is there was a hunting village, right?
Mhm.
Around in this area. So my group is around that village, not
Yeah.
from that village specifically.
Uh-huh.
But there were lots of goblins that lived next to the village, like hunting as well.
Yep.
And then that's where I'm from.
Yeah, from
But,
Kaham. Yeah.
For some reason, I went into this big city like to steal some food, and some dwarf just kidnapped me. I swear to God.
Law and order SB. But it's fine. Yeah, we could say you're from basically Kaham or the outlying areas. That's totally fine. The reason why I asked is because where'd my pen go? No. There we go. Okay. My mic isn't messing up, right, guys?
No, it sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, the reason why I asked is because maybe you've goblins tend to get into things they're not supposed to get into, like cleaning supplies. So I would say if Boro has ever tasted like cleaning supplies, that would be a very similar sensation to the precipitation that's currently falling.
I feel like something like Listerine would be a delicacy for us goblins. So I mean,
Yeah, it doesn't feel like minty fresh. It feels more like Bernie. Like if I eat enough of this, I can imagine my insides would melt.
it's like bleach, yeah.
Yeah,
So like
yes.
the Granny Smith apple.
Yeah, yes. Nobody likes Granny Smith apples. I don't believe what anybody says. But with that, with Boro, you run out there and you feel like that, almost like both burning and like freezing sensation, like dry ice, and you taste the Listerine snow. I want you to go ahead and give me that survival check with advantage from Mr. Jacob for your navigation roll for today.
Oh,
Oh,
So we
that's
have
bad.
a 13, which is not a pass. But it's not a fail enough to lose you one hex. So that's pretty good. You just won't have advantage when it comes to environmental checks. And then I want my watchmen, Jacob, not Jacob, Sophia and Tark to go ahead and give me those 3 perception checks. Since we're traveling normally, it'd just be yep. So we have 14, 16, 16. So Tark. 14, 6, 16. Sophia, we have a 10,
god damn.
9,
I have a +3.
and
Okay,
a
there.
21. There we go. Woo!
We're
Holy
100% getting ambushed on the second part of the day. 100%.
It's all good.
Well, hopefully there's nothing happening in the afternoon time. Oh god.
We'll just run away. That's the plan. Stick to the plan.
Okay. So this is pretty much what we thought was going to happen. Boro immediately runs out and slips on some frozen rocks, and he slides and like cuts his like ankles and exposed goblin like calves on a bunch of
He
rocks.
dies.
Boro, you take no damage from this, but it's super embarrassing. But you're just so excited for being out here for the first time that you basically throw like reckless abandon, and everybody else just has to follow along with you.
The moment I slip down and fall, I pretend to start crawling. I'm like, I see somebody in front. And I just keep going, and then there's actually nobody there, and I stand up and walk.
Go ahead and move in that first hex of the day, guys. You will just take the party token and move it in whatever hex you want to travel into first, Mr. Boro. And as you guys travel that first hex, let me make sure. Ooh, what did we get for perception? Damn.
12 and 10.
14 and 10.
Oh, yeah. That was Boro. Sorry.
Tark, you did a good job. As you guys are traveling down this rocky path, getting ready to cross into the grasslands, everybody but Boro will be familiar with the sound the grass makes when you step on it. It sounds like you're crunching on ice, and after you've stepped on the grass that exists out here, and you lift your foot up, you will notice that the grass itself has become powdered. Basically, it's like petrified grass whenever you step on it. It's a very odd sensation, and it makes it really hard to like stealth around because you're essentially giving up your position wherever you travel, and people can hear you for like half a mile away. It works in your favor this time. As you guys are traveling down this path, and you're getting ready to cross from the rocky areas of the mountainside into the grasslands, you guys hear like an audible, loud crunch. Does anybody speak Draconic?
Yes.
You hear in a scraggly voice, "Fuck!" And you hear it not like it's nearby, but almost like it echoed in your direction.
Can I reply?
Sure. Everybody hears this, by the way.
Unless somebody stops me, Boro is gonna start speaking back.
What do you say?
I'm just gonna yell out back. I'm gonna try to make my voice raspy like his, and I'm gonna be like, "Careful, there's kids here."
Give me a deception check.
As in, don't curse. There's kids here.
Yeah, give me a
True.
deception check. I want to see how off-putting this is for you.
I am horrendous. at this.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
that's 20. Oh,
A
baby.
motherfucking 18. So this guy
Plus
was
one is not
originally
horrendous.
going to run, but he actually travels a little bit closer to you guys. And when you spot him, he's about 80 feet away. And
Oh,
when you-
my longbow is 400 feet range. I'm just gonna start firing.
you're just gonna shoot him?
Yeah.
Oh
It
shit!
hasn't
Okay.
even been described. You didn't even
Well,
wait
let
for
me-
a description.
Yeah, let me
Yeah,
describe it.
Chad.
So essentially, what you see is a sight familiar to, I think, just Saphir. You see what looks to be like a troglodyte, but instead of wearing their trademark nothing but loincloths, he's covered in black cloth,
It's one of the scouts.
and you can see nothing on his body except for his claws and his eyes. And as his eyes meets the tip of the arrow of Boro, I'm gonna need everybody to roll me into initiative, and we would just do this as like theater of the mind.
All right.
Do I get to fire before that or no?
No.
Jeez, these are some good
Aw.
initiative rolls.
Yeah.
Where is it? Skirmish. There we go. And why not? I put you guys on like a little shitty map. Why not?
Hey.
Is there just the one of him, or
That you can see.
so you're saying there's more of them?
Maybe it's possible.
There's always more.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, this is a good map, I think. And I'll bring you guys over here so you can associate yourselves. He would have been down south, and you guys would be up north. So just situate your tokens around there. Don't look at the map.
What?
Huh? There you go. Where'd my music go? There we go. Yeah, just situate you guys yourself as you would be like towards like the north area in the map, and he would be down towards the south.
Let me. Yoink.
You said he's 80 feet away from us, right?
You would be in front Boro, and he would be about 80 feet away from you. Yes.
Yeah.
Let me grab a little troglodyte token. There we go. Yeah, right there. And let me go ahead and get the initiative tracker so you guys can click on your tokens. Oh, you already rolled initiative. I'll just add you in. So we have, and Jacob, holy moly, Jacob. Jeez Louise. He is not playing around. We have Boro.
Man, a high dex is so great. Both of you rolled a natural 20 and 19, and I still get to go first.
Yeah, you're like, oh, that's so cute. Look what they have
Well,
to
not
do.
all of us have honestly broken stats.
Look what they have
And
to
that's
do
a fact.
to mimic a fraction of my power. So D20. Oh no, poor little guy.
Holy.
Poor guy. Yeah. It's so fucked. Sophia, you got a 10. Tark, you got a 20. I don't even know if I need to do initiative at this point. You guys might just fucking roll this guy. He gets a chance to breathe. Alrighty. At the top of the turn order, Boro, you're aiming down your sights at this guy. Tango has been spotted. What do you do?
I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30 feet closer,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna just shoot a couple bolts in his face.
Ooh, go ahead and give us an attack roll.
Does a 16 hit?
16 wait, let me double check. Let's see, because he has 3. Yeah, 16 hits.
Or 20 damage?
God damn. Holy.
Sharpshooter.
So let me
Level
tell you
1.
what happens. So he thought you were like a kid that spoke Draconic. So he was actually gonna like come over and be like, "Little man, what are you doing out here? It's snowing." And then he saw the arrow, and like before he can even say anything, you put an arrow through his eye, and it's like in the animes where like the brain comes out. His entire brain just shoots out of the back of his skull, and he falls down dead. I don't even know why I pulled up a
your
map.
eye out, kid.
I don't even know I pulled up a fucking map. Get back here. Go back to the overworld.
As Boro goes back to collect his bolt, he's like, I call dibs on the ribs.
Not allowed to eat these.
Why?
And the Trog's dead, right?
Yes.
I can't run up and put like a point of lay on hands into him and interrogate him.
Give me a second, because they have like I think those ones in particular have 14 HP. So he would have been knocked down. But technically, the way that 5e works is enemies don't get the roll death saving throws. But what I will say is I will give Boro a luck check, or I should say an unlucky check. Boro, I want you to roll me a d20. If you roll 11 and higher, he's dead.
But I want to
11
roll
and higher.
11 or higher.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, it's
Interesting.
it's a lucky / unlucky check. Yeah, he's dead.
Oh.
Yeah, you almost was able to put his brains back in his head. You rush over Jacob like, come on, man, keep your thoughts in your mind. And
I feel like Boro didn't know that we want to investigate him. He was still alive. Like Jacob starts doing his thing, and I just started gunning him for the ribs.
yeah,
This isn't how I wanted to pick his brains.
nice one, Jacob. Well done. Okay, is that it, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, cool beans. Well done. If you guys pick through his clothing, you will find that he smells really, really bad. Like,
Who knew?
really bad. Not only did he soil himself upon his soul releasing from his body, but his rags are covered in some sort of like really gross like liquid. And he has on him a roll a d4. They carry bone daggers.
Man, this guy smells like Magnus.
Dr. Z.
Leave Magnus alone. He has one bone dagger on him. If anybody wants to collect that,
I'll leave it.
I'll grab it. Why not?
Other than that,
Does it function like a normal dagger, or?
yeah, it's just made out of bone.
All right, bone dagger it is.
Cool beans. As you guys look over the scene, you look out ahead and you see just the grassy path ahead of you. If you look around where he came from, you don't see like any packages or anything like that. You imagine this is somebody who was probably sent in this direction, not meant to stay here.
Boro is carrying 4 javelins. Does anybody want 4 javelins of mine? Because I have no use for them.
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, if I need to shoot a range, I got Eldritch Blast.
Oh, look at you, cool with
Oh,
magic.
wait, could I actually get how much damage does a javelin do
D6
compared
plus
to a
strength.
dagger?
I think a dagger can use strength or dex. It's versatile, but it's just the damage die is bigger. It's a D6 instead of a D4.
Yeah, give me that.
And I think the range is bigger. I think a dagger is like 30-60, or it might be 20-30 or 20-40. But a javelin, I believe, is like I think it's 60.
It's
3120.
30-120. I got you. Yeah, I think it's a little bit longer, lower.
Yeah,
and
let me cop a single javelin.
A single one? Jesus. All right.
Yeah, that's all I need.
You gotta watch his weight, man. Alrighty.
Cause you know, I have a little something, you know.
Oh shit. Nice. I will say, if you wanted to, you could have done that before the expedition.
Can I have left the 3 javelins in the
Yeah, that's fine.
camp then? Yeah.
Yeah. So the 3 javelins are still back. Just notate them like still on your sheet, but just like at base or something like that.
Yeah.
And then, Saphir, you could have done this like the night beforehand when you guys were doing your expedition preparation. So just notate 1 bonded javelin.
Base.
Who beans? That's pretty badass. Alrighty, and for the rest of your morning, that's pretty much the only insightful thing that happens. You crunch through the grasslands, and you don't see any sign of like a large group of movement through here. It all looks pretty similar to like you've seen before, just petrified grass as far as the eye can see. Some rocks here and there, some down trees here and there, but for the most part, it's just open field. As we move from our morning phase into our afternoon phase, I want Mr. Boro to go ahead and move the token in the direction he would like to go. I would just like to notate that you wouldn't be able to go through from this hex to this hex just because there's a mountain in your way.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. So you'd have to move here. Yep.
But we can move here. Well,
Yeah, you can. Yeah, because this is the whole like other side of the mountain.
half a spot.
Well, it's not half a spot. That mountain is just like covering the face of it. Does that make sense? So like that's
It's a
behind
2D
the mountain.
mountain.
Yeah, well, it's a
It's
3D
a
mountain.
switchback.
And you can move here as well. So there's like spaces.
Oh wait, we
Behind
can
the
move here?
There's like a whole path behind the mountainside. Yeah.
Oh my god.
The mountain really takes up like sort of like these hexes, like
Oh.
in space.
So we're
I've
just
been
gonna go
fooled.
like this now, right? Yeah, we're just gonna keep going like this now, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we can.
But we are gonna get ambushed now for someone looking for a dead kobold, so...
Aren't you guys going up here?
Is that where the kobolds are?
Yes.
Then
Oh,
we're going
then,
there,
yeah,
yes.
that's where we're going.
Goddamn trolls. Okay.
Oh, we
We're
knew
just
that
gonna go
the
like-
entire time.
We're gonna go like this though, right?
Nah, let's just.
Are you I'm level 1, are you sure?
Hey man, you just one shot a scout trog. I think you're good.
Fucking 20 damage, bro. God damn.
I wasn't raging as well, technically it should have been 22.
Alrighty, well done. As you guys move into this hex of the day, you move completely out of the rocky mountainside into the grasslands, and you can see faintly through the snow flurries over on the to your northwest. You see like the silhouette of a farm that's very familiar to Mr. Jacob. I imagine he tells you guys that's where one of the earlier expeditions went to sort of go clear it out and see what was there. And it was like full of like undead, some long, some huge, some smelly, some were like dogs. As weird as that sounds.
And gnolls and trolls.
Mm-hmm.
A rhyming scheme.
During this part of the day, man, yep, you guys are gonna run into quite the shenanigans. Let me roll for it. Who
It's
notices
just a
this?
single troglodyte
Who
just
notices
sitting there.
this first? So what happens is, Mr. Boro, I think he is having so much fun being out for the first time, on top of running through like the snow, even though it is weird, bizarro snow that gathers and falls upwards. As it touches your bodies, you guys notice that the snow falls downwards. Boro, you sort of like run ahead of the party, maybe like 30 feet. And when you go to run back, you find yourself in the middle of like a very sudden snow flurry. Three. You guys look at Boro, and you see that this snow flurry is very localized, almost as if it's about the size of a large creature. And that snow flurry, Burrow, while you're inside of it, you're being thrown around. This is not peaceful whatsoever. It kind of feels like you just kind of stepped into like a snow tornado.
I feel like at that point I will rage.
Yeah.
You're gonna get furious.
So
Oh,
this is
Come on.
very sudden. What I want from the party is, in order to deal with this, basically it's like a dust devil, but it's like a snow devil. I want you guys to give me applicable skill checks to help deal with this encounter. If you guys fail, you'll take damage, and we would consider you have killed the creature. But I wanted to see if you could pass some checks to see if you can deal with it without having to fight it.
I'll try to pull Boro out with my athletics.
Mm-hmm.
And I will do the same thing.
That's all she wrote.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 19 is definitely going to pass. 21
Do
is
I get
definitely
a-
going to pass.
do I
Boro,
have a
yes.
check
Lucky
as well?
charm.
Yeah, you get a check as well. If you want to, you could not have raged. If you want to, you can like narratively rage, which is basically just taking an athletics check, doing an athletics check to try to break free.
I feel like I'm a dex-based person, so I'm either gonna try and acrobatics out of it, like jump out of the way,
Oh yeah.
or I'm gonna try and stealth behind like a rock or a tree and hopefully like minimize the
Wins.
damage until the allies help me.
I got you. Which one do you feel like?
I feel like I'm gonna jump out of the way like instinctively.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Tark. I don't know if you even
I
have
feel-
to roll at this point, but
I feel like we just like what we do is one of us big strong people picks up the goblin and we just run. We're just like, nah, we're out of here.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got
Like,
holy
use
shit.
athletics too.
get the fuck out of here.
Boro is having flashbacks to when he was kidnapped. Like, you know, just pick up the goblin and run.
Yeah.
It's the second time now.
The snow devil is actually shaped like a large dwarf as well, and it's like reaching out towards you, asking if you want candy.
And this
and-
is making me really, 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 really apprehensive of what's going to happen later. Because
Yeah.
I'm rolling really well now.
yeah, you
Yeah.
guys did
We
really,
just wasted all our luck.
really fucking good. But you guys managed to break free from this snow elemental. And it seemed like it wasn't even like going for him as much as it kind of just like landed on him.
Oh, is it an elemental?
Yeah, as you guys run away, you see it like lumbering away from you guys.
Oh, in Primordial, I'll shout "fuck you."
Hey, fuck you too, buddy.
I'm walking
Oh,
here.
I was gonna say that. Damn you, Jacob. I was gonna say I'm walking here, and he lumbers away to the south.
These fucking elementals, man.
For the most part, Boro, you feel like you have just been in like in the middle of a mosh pit, but you don't feel like you've taken any like real damage.
Beautiful.
Put him in a drying machine.
And that was it for your afternoon encounter. As you guys sort of shake free from that. I don't know if Jacob wants to take a short rest.
If you just want to take a light afternoon snack, just sit down for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys sit down, you break open your rations. None of you guys took any of that, like, because they were some rations that some expedition members had that were, like, from, like, mutated creatures from out here. None of you guys took any of those rations, right?
No, we just took what Maxwell
given.
gave us.
Gotcha.
No, but as we make campfire, Boro has some fresh meat. Some ribs roasting.
Wait, what do you mean? Where'd you get those ribs, Boro?
I mean, you know.
Boro, where'd you
They're
get
frog. They're
Okay.
frog ribs.
Okay, here's the question. Would you guys have let him cut that frog up and take your ribs out of it?
I remember distinctly saying you can't eat them.
Okay, so you gave him the suggestion or the warning. Eating them is probably not a good idea, but you wouldn't have made any moves to stop
I'm a researcher at heart. I gotta find out what's gonna happen.
him. Jacob and Tark, or are you guys of the same?
Frogs are ontologically evil, in my opinion.
And any act against it?
Like, is the flesh like covered in like the blue whatever nonsense, like the boar
It's not
was?
covered in it. It's very distinctly purple colored meat.
Yeah, but I'm cooking it. It should be fine, right?
Copium.
Evil and fire doesn't go well together, so I'm gonna cook the evil away from it, right?
Wait,
This
the
guy's,
hell out
never,
of it.
this guy's never seen the house.
let him cook.
Let him cook. I imagine you probably want to do that during your nighttime because you guys are only going to be taking a short rest for 10 minutes. I don't know if that would be enough time to get like a fire going and cook this.
Sure, long rest is fine.
Gotcha. During your evening time when you guys eat your dinner. And as you go transition from afternoon into evening time, you notice that like the flurries around you start to like lose light as you start to go later in the day, and as you guys transition into your evening time. Ooh, here we go. Go ahead and move me that last hex for the day, Mr. Boro.
Oh, we should move here, yeah, baby.
You guys get close enough to where you can hear occasional moans from the farm to the northwest. As you step in this location, you can see silhouettes of creatures sort of at the edge of some farming fields, some crop fields that are barren, of course. But none of them leave the location to come assault you. You can just hear them, and you can occasionally see some shuffling in and out of the different buildings in the fields.
Oh, I never rolled my con check for my owl.
That is true. Go ahead and
Let
give me
me-
a con check.
No,
I was gonna
that means
say,
you
you
passed.
could've-
It's fine.
You could have put it in your extra dimensional space. You don't have to have it out right now. But
Nah, I gotta see.
Yeah.
It's dead.
It's not dead. Same thing that happened before happens again. You summon the owl from your extra dimensional space, and it's like one of those movies where it's like Free Shamu, where it like jumps up and you're like, yeah, and then it falls back down. And you're like, okay.
Oh.
And-
Can I roll its health real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, you ever seen those videos where they try to release a dove
It
and
has
after a
one
wedding
health.
and it's dead, and they just kind of throw it in the air and just plops down?
Yeah, so that was gonna happen, but he actually already rolled the damage it would have taken, which was 1. So it has 1 health, so it's actually okay. Well
Oh,
done.
It's staying out.
Yeah. Yeah, as your hawk leaves the extra dimensional space and coughs as if it's been a smoker for 20 years, you guys run into an encounter.
Mega, just for immersion, can you voice how a hawk coughs?
Just like that.
Alright, fair
That's a 3-pack-a-day habit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
it even has that electric thing. I used to smoke 20 times.
Oh, stigmatism?
Yeah.
That hawk had some fucking lungs, though.
Yeah, I smoke
Well, had.
20 times a day. This is your 3rd hex of the day. Oh man, you guys. Oh man, this was the best rolls, you guys, for your Watchmen. So this is
That's why we went here.
Let me do a calculator because this is gonna matter. Because these guys got a pretty good stealth check.
16 and 21.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna be enough, to be honest.
21!
Copium.
Okay, 18.5. Let me roll a
Not good
d4.
enough.
Let me roll a d4. Hold on.
No, it's literally enough, 18.5, right?
No. Saphir, roll me a d20 and tell me highs or lows before you roll it.
Let's
Always
go
high.
high.
Yeah. Always eyes, boys.
Never mind.
Okay.
We blew our load.
I'm going to bring you guys to a map that you should be sort of familiar with.
Is it a
there a-
party map? It's not a battle map, right? Couldn't be a battle
Oh.
map.
Is there a big red floating skull around here?
I want you guys to position yourself.
I'm a little familiar with this map.
Instead of from the south, or from the north to the south. Because technically you guys are coming upwards. And let me put a box here. Yeah, so yeah, somewhere around here. I think is a good place to be. Did somebody's token just disappear?
No, we're already here.
I only see 3. Wait,
No,
what?
we're
I
on the
see
south.
4.
What the fuck? I'm freaking
All
out.
4 of us are there.
I don't see Tark
All 4 of us.
anymore. I'm freaking out, man.
I'm right here.
I'm freaking out, man. Let me reload my roll 20, man.
He's right here.
I'm gonna move my token and move it back.
I-
Sometimes that fixes
Oh
it.
god, I'm gonna be sick.
You are freaking out, man.
Man, come on, man. Not like this, man.
Okay, while he's reloading, can somebody tell me how to hide these big pictures at the bottom left of the screen?
I
Yeah, go
Don't
to
know a way.
settings, go to audio and video, and then I believe it's down. Video display, and then names only.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. You're amazing.
give me a surprise round, baby.
You get fireballed. You die. That's it. End of session.
Hell yeah.
18. That's 18 enemies, by the way.
You don't have to enemy.
I want you guys to go ahead and click your token and roll me initiative so we can have that part done. And I'm going to put some stuff down here for you guys.
Surely I'll get a good initiative roll. 13. Well,
Oh, I
Mine
got you
didn't
guys.
update. I apologize.
Yeah, no, it's
My
fine.
token is probably not updated to my sheet. That's weird. I don't know. Sorry.
There we go. So, the little one is dead. Yeah, no, everything's there. it was the previous initiative is there as well. So let me grab some tokens for these tutors. So we got 1, 2, 3.
18, 19, 21.
And then we'll have let's do this one is gonna have who grunted? Who was that?
Definitely not Park.
And then
Sorry, I've got like a huge like nasal congestion headache, so.
yeah, I got you, dude. Same here. I'm doped up on so much medicine right now. You guys will be ambushed.
No,
no.
shot, Bucko.
I told you needed to roll high enough. They rolled really high, but still.
With a 21 and a 16, we get ambushed. Jesus.
Yes. I think these two guys would be here, and I think that would probably be what would trigger the ambush because they're stupid and they didn't hide enough to be able to like move and attack. I think, but I guess we'll see. Boop. These two duders, in particular, like this, we're hiding on the other side of these rocks, while this duder here was beneath these trees, peering out at you.
More food supply!
And as they
It's okay,
see
you
you,
shouldn't eat them.
the guy in the front is gonna yell out. The rest of you don't understand this, but Bora, you understand. Get him! And then you will see a couple more things happen.
Cool.
As he yells out, get him, Boran's gonna yell back, kneel down in front of me or I'll kill all of you!
Yeah, they can't move that far. So I think this
Man,
guy
I wonder what we should do in this situation.
will go here.
We're not running.
Ah, coward.
We're surprised right now? Is that what's going on?
Yes.
Yep.
Here.
Do they,
This guy.
it matters for things, right?
Polar Master, yeah.
Yeah, so we should roll their initiative?
I think you don't get reactions when you are surprised.
Until your turn comes up in the surprise round. Then you lose the surprise conditions and have a reaction. So that's why it mattered. To roll them into initiative.
Are you sure? Let me double check. Because if so, that does matter.
Does a surprise round not mean they just get a one full round?
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
technically a condition on a person that is surprised that ends on your turn.
That's what I mean. I'm pretty sure during the surprise round, everybody that's surprised goes at the end. So you do get your reaction, but not until the end of the round. You all go as like a block of people.
You just straight up don't get a turn. Like you can't act on that turn, and then at the end of your turn, you're no longer surprised and can't
Yes.
take reaction.
Yes. So I think what he wants to do is to act out the surprise now and then roll into initiative, and if anybody walks up to you, then you can use your reaction, if that makes sense.
Whatever. I'm not too worried about it.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go. If any creatures are surprised, the first round of combat is the surprise round. Surprised creatures cannot take actions, reactions, or move. The surprise condition ends after a creature's first turn in the surprise round. So after the entire surprise round is done, then you can get then the surprise condition goes away. Does that make sense?
When your turn happens, right?
It
so
says
after their first turn
After a
in
creature's
the
first
surprise.
turn in the surprise round, yes.
Right. So when my initiative, for me, right, I would get a reaction after initiative 6, right?
Yeah, let's do
I
it
would
like
have
that
a
for
turn
now.
where
I'll
I-
go ahead and roll initiative for them. Everywhere I've seen initiative is done one way back. I'm totally willing to be roll. So I'll go ahead and roll for them, and then we're gonna have you guys go after that. So we're gonna have two different groups. We're gonna have these guys, which are the normals, and then we have these guys. Sure. There we go. And I go ahead and put them in initiative. And then
There's only 6 of them, we're fine. There's 2 dinosaurs to the west as well, but that's fine.
Lol, Lamo.
What?
Yeah, love dinosaurs.
Let me have that.
These are
Dinosaurs.
some evil fucking chickens, man.
What the?
Listen, I'm just trying to draw aggro by making
I was
Mega
like,
mad.
what
Alright.
the fuck were those doing on the map? What the fuck? I think during the last session, I think they were going to run into a cockatrice encounter, and I was prepping it, but they decided to walk away.
That kind of looked like an abyssal chicken, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, a cockatrice, abyssal chicken, same. Why did my turn order go? And then let me go ahead and do descending order. So Boro will go first, and he doesn't get around, so because it's surprise round. And then the Trogs are gonna go, and then they're gonna do what they were gonna do beforehand. And run here, and run here. This guy's gonna go through difficult terrain, so it's gonna be 10, 20, 30, and then 35, and 40 to get right there. This guy's gonna go here, 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 and he will be able to attack. And I think he's gonna attack Jacob. I think it's +4. Let me double check these guys. Yeah, they have a +4 to hit. That's going to be a 20, and a 19, Jacob.
Are those hit?
Alrighty.
God damn.
Yeah, they're like little blenders.
Are they not sunlight sensitive?
No. Trying to figure out. Yeah, there we go. +2. 2d4 +4. That's gonna be 9 points of damage towards you. Slashing damage, Mr. Jacob, as he rakes at you with his claws. And then this one's gonna go 20, right up. You notice this one is larger than the ones that just ran up to you beforehand. Sort of lumbering. He's about the same size as like dimensionally, so he's still like a medium-sized creature, but he's got larger muscles, bigger arms. And you see as he's walking up to you, he's sneering in your direction, Mr. Tark, and he doesn't go yet, I don't think. So let me move him back because he has a different initiative. He's at initiative 15. Yeah. So that actually is it, I believe, for all of the regular guys. And then Jacob, your turn in the surprise round will be over, so you technically have a reaction now. And then the brutes are going to come out, and then he's going to do what he did beforehand and walk up to Tark. And then this one is going to go 15, 30, and come up to you, Jacob. So I believe
I'm going to attack, yeah.
Yep. Go ahead and do that reaction attack. 17 is going to be a hit. Go ahead and give me damage.
Leave it in the half.
Ooh, 9 points. Is this bludgeoning damage or piercing damage? I think it's piercing, right?
Yeah, this will be piercing.
As you make that attack, I want... Let me make sure this doesn't have to go on your turn. I think it does. Yeah, no, it says at the start of your turn. So I'm not going to count this turn for it. You guys can just tell they're really smelly.
And I'm going to smite him.
Holy shit. Okay.
Hey.
Go ahead and roll me smite damage. Holy shit. I love
It'll be
those.
just 6. It'll be just 6. I don't know why it's a +2 d8.
Yeah, that's fine.
Base.
Wait, is it? No.
It's 2d8.
It's 2d8, yeah.
Smite.
Okay, then it's yes. Alright, then it's
Holy shit. Well, this guy isn't bloody, but he wish he was. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, yeah, I think he's not going to do that. But the one that is on Mr. Tark is going to do this. They're going to attack you recklessly, Mr. Tark.
Hell yeah.
Recklessly against the sharpshooter. Nice.
2d20. Just 2d20 plus 5. So that first one is going to be a 18 to hit Tark, and then the second one is
18
going
does
to
hit,
be
yeah.
13. I believe 12 is going to miss, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So this will be char d6 plus.
Give me that big damage. Hell yeah.
That's going to be 9 points of slashing damage as he rakes his claws across your chest with his strong, long arms. and screams in your face with draconic, "Die, Forsaken!" You don't understand that, but Boro does.
That sounds like, for a second, sounded like 50 Shades of Grey, like his big, strong hands across your face.
Big slimy Donnie.
Let me play some Kenny G. Saphir's turn comes and goes. Tark's turn comes and goes. And then we start at the top of the round with Mr. Sharpshooter. There's one of these guys. They're probably about the same size as you, but they're pretty beefy. Breaking his claws across your chest, attempting to impale you.
I'm pretty sure they got at least like a foot and a half on top of me. I'm like 2 feet something probably.
Yeah, they're medium sized. Yeah, so they're pretty big.
Oh, they're quite tall. I'm gonna rage first of all.
Oh.
And should I kill one of the brutes or should I? No, you know what? I'm gonna take care of the one in front of me for now. So the one standing next to me. I'm just gonna hand crossbow him in the face.
Oh god. Oh god, why did he wake up today? Why did he get
19
up?
damage.
Which health did he have?
God damn.
Got John Wick in the back.
They got
Is he dead?
they got 15 health. How much damage did you do?
19.
Yeah, he's fucking dead. So like this one is like right in front of you, like it's like attempting to rake across your chest, and you just go Daga or something in the anime, and you shoot him and he dies. Straight to the skull.
On top of that, what I'm gonna do is the one standing next to Saphir, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know I should help with the brutes, but like the brutes are more important as subjects to me, so I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna give you a couple more chances. Kneel in front of me as your king, and you that live. And I'm gonna shoot the one next to Saphir.
Oh my god!
I'm not gonna roll damage. I'm not gonna roll damage. He's dead.
Can you please roll damage?
Let's see it. Let's see it. Come on.
I just want to see it.
You gotta see it.
With his 15 health.
Oh, only 22.
Only 22. Yeah, this guy, as he gets impaled, Jacob, you get a bunch of muck on you. Oh, that might make a change. Boro, make me a con save. DC,
Con save?
DC 12, I think? Yeah, DC 12. You actually failed. So your attacks are gonna have disadvantage.
Both of them still hit and still die, so.
Yeah, they still die, yeah. You get sickened by their smell, basically.
How long does the thing work for?
Until the start of the creature's next turn.
So, but
I don't think
he's
it works.
dead,
Yeah,
man.
he's dead. Yeah, I don't think it works anymore.
So do I still have disadvantage
No,
to attack
you
this
don't.
guy?
You don't.
So he gets crit.
Yeah.
Alright.
Nice. Well done, Boro.
I'm gonna look at the wounded brute. I'm gonna be like, no, really, man. I'll kill all of you, please. And I'm gonna step a little bit to the side.
You're gonna become one with the muck. Get 'em, boys.
I'm gonna step 30 feet back.
Yeah, I just notate on your character 30 feet back. We just keep that in mind. Yeah, I see you got the 3 over there. Alrighty, regular Trog's gonna go. They had 4 and now there's 2. They don't look the happiest, but they're made to fight. And one of them sees somebody they're familiar with. This fucking rabbit and this fucking
Don't let her
paladin.
hit me.
The one in front of you is going to attack you. And Jacob, I believe that triggers your sentinel.
I already used the reaction.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. So let's go with a 3d20 plus 4. Saphir, that's going to be a 5, 12, and 11. As this,
He doesn't even scratch me.
he's taller than you, and he's like raking down on you, and you're just like dodging from side to side like some fucking anime Bugs Bunny. The one above you, Jacob, is going to do much of the same. That's going to be, I believe that 19 plus 4 is going to hit.
Yeah, just that one.
D4 plus 2. For 4 points of damage towards you, Jacob. As it becomes your turn and this guy screams in front of you. Boro, you hear much of the same. You healing fuck!
You healing fuck?
Yeah, they ran into these guys before, so they were at least 2 members of your party.
They don't seem to like you very much.
Good.
Jacob, it's your turn. What do you do?
1 second.
Uh-oh, stinky.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think probably the first thing's gonna be a con save, isn't it? Speaking of stinky.
That is true. Yeah. Make that con save, Jacob. If you fail, we are gonna laugh at you. So don't fail.
Oh, no.
God, Jacob. That just means you have disadvantage until the start of the creature's the next turn for the creature, basically. Let me roll like a D3 because there's like 3 around you to see which one is the one that's stinking you. We go, I guess, clockwise. So 1, 2, 3. This guy, the brute, is the one that's stinking you up. Yeah. His stench is overwhelming. He doesn't use Old Spice.
The brute is carrying a stick with.
He's
at the
using
end of
Axe
it.
body spray. That's too much.
He's got the poop stick, right? He's got the cheese touch.
Alright, I'm gonna move 5 feet there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to I'm gonna Hexblade curse the brute.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what
And
the
then-
fuck?
And
Hey
then
boys, last chances.
and then I'm gonna attack the brute.
Ooh, go for it, Jacob. You will have disadvantage, unfortunately. Roll me one more time, Jacob. 16 is gonna hit regardless.
Good shit.
Give me damage. For 8 points of damage, plus
And
your
I'm gonna
hex
smite
boost.
again.
Oh my god, so he takes 10, and then you're gonna smite him. Okay. Woo! For 6 points of damage, he is now definitely bloody. You put a red dot on him. Oh. It wasn't supposed to be this way.
I don't care!
Wait, you don't speak Draconic. Get out of here, Jake.
Now, Boro, quickly, translate.
Oh, I don't care what anything that guy says, so I think it still
gotcha.
counts.
Yeah, that still counts, yeah. Alrighty, Jacob, anything else?
No, that's a bonus action and attack.
You got the butt, right?
No, it's a bonus action. I'll use the bonus action for the.
Oh,
I got
I
it,
got
sir.
what you. Yep, makes sense. Alrighty, Jacob. He's gonna go, and he's gonna look at you, and point one of his big, huge hands at you, and make like a grabbing motion. And then he's gonna attack you.
Why
Reckless.
does this sound like 50 Shades of Grey? Jesus Christ, man.
The first attack is going to be a 24, and the second one is going to be a 18.
The 18 misses, but 24 hits.
Holy shit! How much AC do you have?
I have 19. I'm using my shield and spear.
Ah, I got you. Okay, so it'll be 6 plus. For 4 points of slashing damage as he slices across your chest, screaming in your face. The one next to you, Tark, did we skip your turn?
Nope, I haven't had.
Oh
actually
yeah,
yet.
you haven't gone yet.
Don't worry
That
about
was
it.
easy.
The one next to you is gonna laugh at you. Do we hit? I thought my dogs were whining. I'm sorry. He's gonna point at you and attack recklessly again. Grrr. The first one is going to be a 23,
Yeah, I think that hits.
and the second one is going to be a 16.
That also hits.
Ooh, no. Alrighty.
What's your HP looking like?
Oop, plus another D8. So it's gonna be 11 points of damage towards your target.
I've got like 6 more HP than I need. Don't worry.
There you go, shit.
So that's it
Damn.
for the brutes. They both have attacked recklessly, so they have advantage against them on this turn. Saphir, your enemy, your mortal enemy is in front of you. Make me a con save.
Easy. Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
There
Oh
we go.
yeah, you like the stitch. You've been smelling them for months now. What do you do?
It's the smell of revenge.
It's the fact that he's been hanging around Boro, let's be real.
Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna shove this Trog 5 feet with my bonus action.
Ooh, you have to do a contest of strength, right?
With Shield Master, I don't believe I do.
You have to make an attack first, and then you can shove.
No, I think I just have to dedicate my action to attacking.
It says
If you take
if
an
you-
attack action on your turn, you can use the bonus action.
Yeah. And I will be taking an attack action. So,
Yeah, I think that's
Continue.
fine if you can do like either or. I think that's fine as long as you are going to attack. I will allow you to use your bonus action to shove. I think that's fine.
Does it have to be the same target?
I know.
Okay, good.
Let me see. To try to shove the creature. That's how I'm thinking you have to do like a contest.
Um,
Yeah, it doesn't say. I think it's just part of the feat. You just get to shove them.
Yeah, here we go. You can make a special melee attack to shove a creature, either knocking it prone or pushing it away from you. Let me get control F.
It's athletics opposed by athletics or acrobatics. It's
Yeah.
the same as grappling, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much. Does that make sense?
all right.
Yeah, so pretty much you just roll me athletics, and he can roll athletics or acrobatics. I don't think he